On a star-filled night in 1847, a young American astronomer named Maria Mitchell peered through the 2-inch telescope in her Nantucket Observatory, as she had done nearly every night for decades. But this particular night would prove historic. At just 29 years of age, Maria discovered a comet, a first in American science. And 1 year later, she became the first woman elected to the American Academy of Arts and Sciences. Miss Mitchell's discovery was an enormous achievement in science, but combined with her advocacy for women's education in science, it also carved out an opportunity for women to gain access to the field of astronomy and to contribute their innovation, creativity, and ingenuity in ways that were virtually impossible before. More than 100 years later, when NASA began its space program in the early 1960s, a young and talented female mathematician with a passion for the stars was invited to compute the launch window for astronaut Alan Shepard's 1961 Mercury mission. Katherine Johnson's work included calculations to propel space capsules into orbit around the moon, to send landing units to and from the surface of the moon, and to plot backup navigational charts for astronauts in case of electronic failures. Just as Miss Mitchell's achievements helped to pave the way for Katherine Johnson, Johnson's achievements helped pave the way for women at NASA. Women like Dr. Sally Ride, who in 1983 became the first American woman in space. The resolve and dedication displayed by these and many other women in the field of aerospace has made it possible for other visionary scientists to shape the field. Dr. Ellen Ochoa is one of those remarkable women. In 1993, Dr. Ochoa became the first Hispanic American woman in space when she served on a 9-day mission aboard the Shuttle Discovery. Currently, Dr. Ochoa serves as the director of the Johnson Space Center in Houston, Texas. Dr. Ochoa's journey to space began in La Mesa, California, where she grew up as one of 5 children and was fortunate to have a mother who placed tremendous value on education. "My mom encouraged me as someone who always loved learning," she has said. Dr. Ochoa excelled in math as a high school student, so much so that she scored the highest of all her peers on a national math test. But because of her gender, she wasn't encouraged to pursue engineering or science classes. She did receive encouragement from teachers in the physics department at San Diego State University, who thought she'd do well because of her stellar background in math. And in 1980, she earned her BS in physics. While still an undergraduate, the first astronauts for the new NASA shuttle program were being selected, and for the first time in history, women and minorities took part. Ellen took note. When the first shuttle flew, she became fascinated by NASA's use of it as a laboratory in space. A few years later, Dr. Ochoa experienced a transformative moment when Sally Ride became the first American woman to go to space. "She was from Stanford, and I went to Stanford. That just made me consider it more as an actual possibility," she said. From there, she earned a Master's of Science degree in 1981 and a doctorate in electrical engineering from Stanford in 1985. As a doctoral student at Stanford and later as a researcher at Sandia National Laboratories and NASA Ames Research Center in California, Ochoa investigated optical systems for performing information processing. She flew on shuttle missions in 1993, 1994, 1999, and 2002, logging a total of 978 hours in space. Dr. Ochoa's remarkable achievements have expounded upon the groundbreaking work of the incredible women who have come before her. Her work is paving the way for future generations of women in aerospace. Dr. Ochoa believes that women today are represented throughout the NASA family, and we need girls to continue to bring their curiosity, creativity, and teamwork to that most challenging and inspiring of endeavors, space exploration.